one of my best friends in the world, Greg Warkel.
All right.
All right, we have my great friend, Greg Warkel, first person I met in LA, co-creator of the church,
That's
mastermind
true.
behind Blackboard Jungle. There's no life basically without Greg Warkel. He's very modest, but the too many things to list.
Oh, well, thank you.
But also
Thank you very much.
Math Pro on top of it, Math Pro.
Uh, that's not what they said in school, but yeah,
Yeah.
some of that.
All
Yeah,
right.
percentage.
But but one thing we both love our concerts. We both still travel for concerts, love our
Yeah.
concerts.
Oh,
And
wait, before you get started, I just want to say, thank you for having me on today, and
okay.
talk about this very, very real problem. I mean, there's world problems today like climate change and the war in Ukraine, everything. But nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about the outrageous prices of ticket prices for concerts today.
Yeah,
You know,
I think all that stuff's fake news just to mask this. I think that
no,
just
I think so too. I mean, if you keep this up and get this going, you could be like the Greta Thunberg of ticket prices.
yeah, I'm worried they're going to send people in here to kill me because I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, they might shut you down.
It has not been addressed, but we have a forum here where we can address it, and we're guerrilla style we're going to address this problem.
All right, we'll get it started today.
Okay, thank you. And what the real problem is what I wanted to know. I was thinking about this because I like you. I could afford to go to even Springsteen was actually the one that drove me crazy. I could afford a $2,000 ticket, but I'm not going for a $2,000 ticket. It's just
Right.
there's a point where it's just ridiculous.
No, it is ridiculous. The 2000. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of a $2,000 ticket for a
And that
concert.
wasn't
But
even the
yeah.
best ticket. And I did go 2 days ago to see Crew, Leopard, and Poison, and
And what did you pay for that?
that was over 290 towards the back of the floor. You know, towards the back of the
Yeah.
floor, which actually
You
wasn't that
know,
bad to me. Which actually wasn't that bad to me.
yeah, you
But
get to see, like, was it four bands?
Joan Jett, Crew, Poison, Def Leppard.
Right. So you got four great acts, $290.
The thing,
One of my first concerts I went to, not my first, but my first big festival I went to was the US Festival,
us
and that was
83.
yeah, yeah. I went to both years, and I don't know the number of acts per day, but I would say like 15, at least 15 huge bands, like Bowie being one of them, and the ticket was $17.
Yes, I have it here. 1750. I mean, the metal day was Scorpions, Crew, Quiet Riot, Ozzy, Priest, Van Halen. I mean,
Right.
there's more than that. It just went on. Triumph.
Yeah, it was a thing. It
So
was
I
insane. It was
don't
about a dollar an act.
yes. And minimum wage in 83 was 335. Minimum wage today is $15. And that's, as a kid, that's what you're making when you want to go. You're working it in and out or
Yeah, no, one of my first jobs, I made $2.90 an hour, and I remember that distinctly because my boss pulled me aside one day and he said, "Hey, listen, you're doing a great job. I'm going to give you a raise." And I was thrilled. I was unbelievable. It was a liquor store. I used to stock this liquor store in the cooler. $2.90. He said, "You're getting a raise starting tomorrow. You're $3.10," and I was ecstatic.
yeah.
I went home and told my father, and he's like, I told my father about it. And he's like, "What are you, an idiot?" He goes, "Minimum wage went up to $3.10," and I lost my mind. From that day on, that man that owned that liquor store lost money every day. Every time I pushed the trash out, I know I'm admitting to a felony, but I would throw a case of beer in
That's
the
amazing.
cart as I wheeled it out to the trash.
Which was part of the
I opened
kid
my own
thing.
liquor store in my apartment.
It's amazing. And
Yeah.
all you needed, that's what I'm saying, like all we needed was a ride. Getting to the concert and permission was the ticket didn't seem impossible or money wasn't an issue. My nephew just said wanted to see Kendrick Lamar. I said, "Did you go?" He goes, "No, it was too expensive." And he's in college. We all just stayed in the parking lot and listened. It's a huge investment. I know inflation's went up, but I think let's get to the percentages. When I had them here, and you got so a ticket for Aerosmith in '79 on the
Yeah.
floor was 1050.
Right.
1988 with docking 1650. Now section 103, which isn't front row, but in the front, is $650. Section 201 is $260.
That's insane. So, but I mean, let's start with 19. You said what year was it? The first one you said?
79. It was 1050 for floor.
Right. Okay. So 79, we know that minimum wage was $2.90
Okay.
because that's when I had my job at the liquor store.
Yes.
So
In Boston, where
$2.90
Aerosmith are
back.
from. Yeah. Mhm.
Right. Exactly. No, that was in California.
Okay.
I just moved to California. But anyways, so $2.90 back then, if you're paying $10 for a ticket, that's 5 hours of work that gets you a ticket and maybe a t-shirt. No, probably not a t-shirt. But anyways, maybe the bus fare to get there,
Right.
and a beer. Nowadays,
5 hours of work.
$15. Yeah, 5 hours of work. Now,
I like that.
you said
5 hours of work
$600.
gets you. 5 hours of work gets you to the Aerosmith show on the floor
Right,
as a teenage dirtbag.
right. Today, you have to work the entire week for $600 at $15 an hour. It's 40 hours, right? So basically, $600 gets you a ticket, but you can't get there. You can't eat. You can't do anything. Yeah, no. And then you don't even get 600 because they're going to take taxes out. So it's more than a week's work to get to the show.
Oh my God. This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Maiden floor 83 is 975.
Right. I mean, the ticket prices didn't change for a long time. I can remember in the 80s getting like tickets for like 12, 15. Yeah, what was I saying? The US Fest was 1750. I went to see David Bowie Madness and the Go-Go's at Angel Stadium and Anaheim Stadium, and that was, I don't think that was $20. It was less than 20. It was right around there. It was crazy. I mean, things have, I know other prices have risen, but not the percent of ticket prices. I think ticket prices are up like 1,200% compared to I would say the money that you make per hour is maybe up 500%, but
Okay.
average ticket prices are up over 1,200%. And that $600 ticket, I think, is extreme. I mean, like you said, you can get a ticket for $200 today
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a show.
But you're going to
Yeah.
be in watching a video monitor. Let's even talk US Festival
Okay.
1750. Okay. Then we go to
All right.
the stadium tour. That's not as many bands. And
Right.
to get close, it's 1,049. To get real close, 1,040. Real close, I was just looking, these are $4,999. And I know these seem exaggerated, but to get anything good is $290 to get in. Anything, let's say $290. That's
That's
crazy.
insane. That is too much.
So
I
that's
don't know what they're going to do about it.
and
Well,
now I don't think the jump in shirt. Let's look at this though. A shirt
right.
in a Motley shirt, a Ozzy shirt, a Kiss is $12, Motley 15, Ozzy 15 and 83. And now a shirt's $50 to $60. What has that jumped as much? The shirt price, would you say, has that jumped as much?
I mean, I would think so. Like you say, everything, $10 a shirt maximum back then. I think it's going back a long ways, but for $10 a shirt, that seemed pretty fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I've made shirts before. I've made T-shirts for Blackboard Jungle and probably, and those shirts cost $1.50 to buy, and then to screen print them. If you have your own screen printing, it's turns out nothing after a while. But to make them, they were like $2.50, $3. That was to purchase them and have them printed.
Yeah.
So for us to make them, and we were only making several hundred to get that price. Can you imagine like a huge company making tens of thousands, and they made them for pennies on a dollar. And so $10 was a big price for them. That they made a lot of money there. But now those T-shirts couldn't cost more than $5 to make.
I just
and they're
printed
getting
some
$60.
for a small run was $7 a T-shirt for my band. I just printed $7 a T-shirt for a small run. So you're right, probably about $5 a T-shirt.
Right. Yeah, and they're getting 60.
But is that
I mean, I
markup?
understand. I understand that, they're not making any money selling records anymore, so they have to make it up somewhere.
But let's go to
And I'm
that.
not saying that the bands are totally what?
Is the jump in shirts as big as the jump in tickets? It doesn't seem as outrageous. Is a $15 shirt that's now 60, is that the same percentage as the tickets
No,
jump?
that's only 400. That's 400%
Okay,
increase.
so 400% increase in shirt.
Right.
How much on tickets? We said like 1,250%.
Well, that's if you have a ticket, if you're making like if a ticket was $10 and now it's 250, right? That's 2,500%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the
I could be
shirt.
totally wrong on these percents, but maybe
No.
not. I don't
But
think.
and what is the
No,
shirt
go ahead.
percent? What is if a shirt was 10 to $15 and now it's $50? What's that percent?
Well, like I said, if it's 60, so you take 15 and go into 60, that's 4 times the size. That's 400%.
Okay, so 400%. So 400% increase in a shirt, but thousands in ticket. And how much increase in minimum wage did we say it was about over the?
It's about 400, 500%,
Okay. And I know, like you say,
480%.
you go Spotify, oh, they don't make money selling records. But when you go to a concert as a kid, I don't think I will be like, wait, I didn't buy CDs, so I can spend this money. No, because you're getting a
No.
Netflix subscription, a Hulu or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean you can buy a 4 foot wide flat TV for less than a concert ticket. Think about that. You could buy a nice big TV for your wall. It costs you less than to go to a concert.
And remember, as a kid, the neighbors would come over when you got a new TV. It was an event when you got a new
Yeah,
TV.
forget it. Yeah. I mean, I think I grew up with I want to say 19-inch screen TV, and uh, that was crazy. Yeah, and they were expensive. TVs were expensive then, but let's not get into TVs. That's another show.
Yeah. So what do you think is there a solution? Do you think people are going to keep going? What do you think? Someone told me
I,
that
I
they
don't know if it can. I don't know if it can sustain. I mean, you shouldn't have to choose between paying rent or buying food and going to a concert,
yeah,
right? And eventually, there's going to be a breaking point. I
yeah,
mean, music is food for the soul,
yeah,
so to speak. But you go to a show, you don't eat, you're still hungry.
yeah.
You have to buy food, and you got to
Yeah.
pay rent or mortgage.
I went to the Chili Peppers at SoFi. Parking was, let's talk about parking, $80. $80 parking. Isn't that
And where
insane?
was that?
At SoFi in LA,
Yeah,
SoFi Stadium, $80
yeah,
for garbage parking. One of those parking lots where
yeah.
you got in and there wasn't parking when you paid. I ended up parking where the cops were parking with Jamie
Right,
just because I'm parking at $80. I'm not going to search for four
right.
hours.
But I told you there's a secret to that parking lot, because that parking lot also is part of that complex. There is the casino, the Hollywood Racetrack Casino, which
Yes.
used to, the Hollywood Park used to be there. So, anyways, it's $10 to valet there, and
That-
it's 100 yards. It's 100 yards from the parking lot. You're paying 80,
That's
maybe
smart.
200 yards.
That's smart. So
Yeah,
I'll do that next time.
there's ways around that.
Yeah,
You
but
could even
this,
Uber cheaper.
that's true. And up
Yeah,
here by Oakland, if you park anywhere but the lot, your car's just done. What was
right. So whatever they charge you in Oakland, it's worth parking there.
what was your favorite concert at the Forum? Do you remember a good concert at the Forum?
Yeah, there's a lot of good concerts. I think I actually went to see Queensryche and Metallica,
Ooh,
and I Metallica. I mean, Queensryche opened, and Metallica was the headline that night. So I think they flip flopped. But so I went there strictly to see Metallica. I didn't even bother going. I just was down at the Forum Club drinking while Queensryche was on. But the funny part of that show is that tour when it was on the East Coast, and guys like Eric Lothrop and all those guys, they're huge Queensryche fans, and they hated Metallica back then. Those guys in
right.
Boston, so they all went to the same show, but they did the opposite. When Metallica was on, they were in the parking lot drinking, and then when Queensryche was on, they're on there in their spandex glory.
Amazing,
So, yeah,
amazing. And you
yeah,
went to the
that's
US
probably
Fest.
one of my favorite shows. What's that?
Okay, that makes sense. And you went to the US Festival. Did you happen to go to Kiss at Magic Mountain when they filmed that? You didn't go to that, did
No,
you?
I didn't. I didn't. Nope.
And what was some other killer concerts you went to earlier 80s? What was something you
Well,
saw?
I mean, I saw in before I moved to California, I saw the Cars open. I can't even remember who they opened for because I just saw the Cars and left. And it was at the Cape Cod Coliseum in Massachusetts, near the beach.
Yeah,
So that was like early Cars. That was like first album Cars, just
yeah.
as they came out. So that's probably one of my first concerts that really left a mark. Yeah.
And what do you think still on the good side of this? I still want to go. What do you think the magic is of a concert? Because I just went to this Poison thing and it's like, this is just great going with your
Yeah, I know.
friends.
I saw a lot of people posting that. I was jealous. It looked good. Dave Plastic's
I saw him with
post
Cece.
yesterday.
I
Yeah,
saw him with
yeah, it
Cece.
was easy. Yeah, Dave goes. I mean, Dave goes to shows. I would say 8 days a week. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like literally at a show every night in Vegas. Kind of makes me jealous sometimes.
And he was one of your first friends in
Yeah, he was my
LA.
room. Oh yeah, he was my roommate back. I would say 86, 85. He
Okay.
was my roommate, and he was a rock photographer. And we used to go to shows all the time because he had photo pass. He had the photo pass for every show, so he would take me as an assistant every once in a while
Right.
if I wasn't doing anything. And I remember we were at the Alice Cooper show, and I remember we're sitting in the pit, and he goes to so many of the Alice Cooper's concerts that he knew every part of the concert. So we were sitting in the pit, like right as the stage, like nose level, and he would be snapping pictures, and then he'd say duck, and I'd say what, and he'd just pull me down, we'd duck, and then like something would come flying across the stage, like going into the pit, like blood or whatever it was, like some prop that was going on. So it was like timing. He knew when everything was going to happen. It was pretty funny.
Just total
Yeah,
pro concert goer. Let's
yeah,
close.
yeah. He go ahead.
No. He is. Let's close out with one of my favorite concert stories of yours, the Gwar taxi story.
It wasn't a taxi. Wasn't a taxi. Wasn't a taxi. It
Okay.
was yeah, I was at Gore, and it was at the Palladium.
Yes.
And yeah, it was at the Palladium. So I don't know, I think it was Jay Olson. There was a bunch of Boston, meatheads with me, and everybody's just wasted. And when you're at a war show, everybody's in the pit and everybody's like just going crazy. And I just remember like somebody lifted me up and I'm on top of the crowd and they just like passed me around and then someone threw me up on stage. So I land up on stage and there's all these war monsters chasing me around the stage and I'm running, slipping in the blood, falling down, just like covered in fake blood and guts. And then the security comes and grabs me and then ushers me to the back of the stage, walks me to the back door, opens the door, and just pushes me out, and the door shuts. Now, I'm covered in blood. I'm drunk, and I'm a Hollywood Boulevard. I have I'm just like dazed. So I go around the front, and I'm like trying to get back in. They won't let me in. So I don't know what to do. So I walk to Jay Olson's house, which was, I don't know, a mile. And then I couldn't get in his apartment. So I had my car out front. So I just decided I was so drunk I wanted to pass out. I just got in my car, got in the back seat, opened the door, laid down, and passed out. And then I don't know how long time passed, but those guys weren't back from the concert. But next thing I know, there's a light shining in the window, and there's a tapping on the window, and I look up, and there's just two cops standing there, and I like open the door, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And they're like, "Yeah, we had a report that there was a dead body in the back of a car." That was me. So
That's
it wasn't
amazing.
exactly that. Yeah, that was a
Concert
good one.
journey. Concert journey. All right. Well, next time we go, we'll have to talk about the time I pulled over the police with you.
Oh, that was awesome. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, yeah, we'll have to talk about that one.
That'll be the
We'll
lead.
leave people thinking about that one.
We'll leave them thinking. Well, thank you so
That's right.
much.
Britt pulled the cops over
Yes,
in San
yes. That
Francisco one night.
that's
Luckily, you were the only sober person in the car, but
that
that's
I
another day.
truly pulled them. That's another day. Big issues. I worry about your safety with us taking on such a large issue. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I'm
There's
gonna be watching over my shoulder today.
so just
Yeah.
just be careful. Be careful out there, Greg. And I love you and be
Yeah,
careful.
me too, man.
All right.
All right. Have a good
Hang
one.
out so I can say goodbye. All right, we had one more question we were talking after we didn't come back to. You had a question for me. Hit me.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you remember how much the ticket cost for the first Blackboard Jungle show that I saw?
I would think $5. I think $5. $5 shows. Might have been
Yeah.
7 at the whiskey where they gouge you a little bit, but I think $5. And
Okay.
and I think it's 15 to 20 now.
So you guys, your ticket prices are pretty stable with the prices of no, I can't think.
The market, we're
We have
going
to,
up as much as the market.
yeah, I think you're right in line with your paycheck, your hourly wage.
So we're good.
It's up for it, huh?
So we're good with it. Okay, we're good. Or
Yeah, I was
wait,
saying your hourly wage is up 400%, and your ticket prices for a Sunset Strip show is right in line.
thank you. All right.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Thank you. All right. Back to our
Yeah.
regular scheduled programming.